Hey guys, what is up? I'm going to be doing my Week 16 NFL predictions. As a quick recap of last week, I went 12-4, so I have totally redeemed myself. The previous week, I went 9-7. So to go one game above 500 and then to go and just be 12-4 is awesome. I think that's my second best week. My best being 14-2 a few weeks ago. So, we're going to start with the Thursday night game, Giants and Eagles. I think the Giants have this one. The defense is playing really well lately. I think the Steelers game was a bit of a wake-up call because Bell was the first person to rush for 100 yards this season. I believe the first person since Week 16 of last year. So, they had a really good run defense, and I think that they just beat the Eagles. They're going to force Carson Wentz to throw. And then we're going to see some fireworks by Landon Collins and Janoris Jenkins. And even Eli Apple. He's playing really good. People thought they reached in the draft. I guess the Giants knew what they were doing. Alright, so then you have on Saturday. Now, we had one Saturday game last week. And Saturday being Christmas Eve, we have a lot of games. So, let's start. You have the Dolphins and the Bills. The Bills need to win out, and then they need help to get into the playoffs. I don't think it's going to happen. I think the Dolphins are going to win. And it's another year without the playoffs. It's going to be like 16, 17 years that they haven't been in the playoffs. It's going to be nuts. You have the Jets and the Patriots. These games are always close. I don't know why. But the Patriots are going to win, especially with it being in New England. Titans and Jags. I think the Titans win. They did just beat the Chiefs. That was a gutsy call, though. Going for 2 with 3 minutes left, and they didn't get it. And then they were lucky to get the ball back. And then the Chiefs call the timeout to try to ice the kicker when he missed the field goal. So they're like, oh, dang it. Okay, well, we just iced him, so he's probably not going to make it on the next kick. And what does he do? He goes and makes it. So that's kind of a whoops on Kansas City's part. So should the Titans have won? It's iffy. Vikings and Packers. By the way, Titans, if I didn't say that. Vikings and Packers. I've given up on the Vikings, so I'm going to say the Packers. Even though they didn't play great against the Bears. Chargers and Browns. I think the Chargers are going to win. I stick what I said. The Browns are going to have their perfect 0-16 season. They can have their parade. Everything. Though Hugh Jackson will probably not be fired because it is only his first year. You can't give a coach 1 year. You know, they gave him mud and said, here, make a cake. Okay, he's going to make a cake, but it ain't going to taste very good. It's going to taste like dirt. Redskins and Bears. I think the Redskins win. They did lose to the Panthers, but I think they come back and they win. And I think a huge reason they lost was because Reed punched one of the Panthers players and got ejected. He's a huge part of their offense. Falcons and Panthers. I think the Falcons are going to win. Colts and Raiders. Raiders are going to win. They've clinched a playoff spot already. So they're going to be in the playoffs for the first time since 2002. Buccaneers and Saints. I think the Bucs redeemed themselves from the loss to Dallas. They almost won, but Jameis had to go and throw a interception right at the end of the game. So the Bucs are going to win. Cardinals and Seahawks. Seahawks are going to win. They've had a few up and down games this year, but I think they win. 49ers and Rams. This is the game no one wants to watch. It is one of 4 games that are going to be the late games. One being 4:05, the others being 4:25. Um, they're gonna just not even show this game in areas that aren't near San Francisco or LA. So pretty much just the state of California is going to watch this game. I think the Rams are going to win, but it's because of their defense. I mean, it's going to be like a really low scoring, lots of punting, probably like a 10-3, 10-6 kind of deal. I really don't see anyone surpassing 17. I think 17 is like the max that they're going to get. Bengals and Texans. I think Tom Savage is going to play horrible. Or maybe not horrible, but not good enough to win, and probably not good enough to hold on to the starting role. And Osweiler's going to have to start week 17. So Bengals win. Ravens and Steelers. This is one game I'm really looking forward to. I am a Steelers fan. If the Steelers beat the Ravens, they clinch the division. They're going to be in the playoffs. Probably the number 3 seed, but it's a little iffy. It depends on, how this game turns out. And, how some other games turn out for the AFC South. Like, if the Texans and Titans both lose, then I think the Steelers would be, and the Steelers win, I think they're guaranteed the 3rd seed. I'm not 100% on that, but I mean, Texans could have a chance at losing because they're facing the Bengals, and the Titans, I mean, they are facing the Jags without Gus Bradley. He did get fired, and it was actually like right after the game. It was probably like the flight back to Jacksonville. Yeah, Gus, you're fired. You don't have to jump out of the plane or anything. We'll fly you there, but yeah, you're fired. Broncos and Chiefs. The Chiefs did lose. They probably should have won, to be 100% honest. And the Broncos, they're in danger of missing the playoffs. I said before the season started, the Raiders would win the division and the Broncos would miss the playoffs. Right now, both have a really good chance of becoming true. So we got to watch that and see if they end up missing it. And if the Broncos end up, just free falling and missing the playoffs, that means both teams who played in the Super Bowl last year, just last February, I don't know, 10 months ago? 10 months? Actually, a little more because it's the end of January. It's almost Christmas. So almost 11, like 10 and a half, almost 11 months ago, they were playing in the Super Bowl. Shows what 1 year can do. So I just think the Chiefs have it. It's not really going to be that close. Both have good defenses, but I mean, the last time they faced each other, the Chiefs won because Cairo Santos hit the football off the inside of the upright and bounced in to win the game. Lions and Cowboys. I'm going to say the Cowboys win. They are possibly the best team in the NFL. If they're not, the Patriots are. And if the Patriots nor the Cowboys are the best team, you tell me who is. If you say the Packers, I'm going to say no. If you say, let me think, who are the good teams? Raiders. I think Raiders are number 3 or number 4, in my opinion. Falcons, no, because their defense isn't that great. Who else could you make an argument for? Like, nobody. So, I mean, Seahawks, but they've had up and down games this year. There really isn't anyone except maybe Chiefs, but they're not they're not flashy, but they get the job done. But they're not the best. They're probably top 5. If they're not top 5, they're definitely top 8. But the Cowboys have a great shot at being the best. I hope they do well in the regular season, but I hope they lose in the playoffs because the Steelers and Cowboys are tied for Super Bowl appearances, but the Steelers have one more win. So if the Cowboys lose, then that helps me. I think the Cowboys win. 1 minute. Hydrate or die. I know this looks disgusting, but it's actually very good. It's a juice, and it's very good. Yeah, so Cowboys are probably going to beat the Lions, and then it's a wide open window for the Packers to try to win the division. Okay, so that is week 16 for you. Comment, I like hearing your opinions. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Later.